Whoa! Hey everyone, Julian here with another Netflix game anime that I'm kind of late to. Sorry about that. But we have seen Dota, League of Legends, and even Cyberpunk become an anime. So why not a more story-based game this time? We're going to be taking a look at Dragon Age. Yes, Dragon Age got an anime called Dragon Age Absolution. This anime is only 6 episodes so far, so it's a lot of setup for what's to come, but let's take a look at what we got so far. In Dragon Age fashion, we have the main team, Miriam, Roland, Lacklon, and Quidian. This is a well-balanced team which is tasked with the final request of the Inquisition, to retrieve the Circulum Infinitus, which is infused with blood magic. So obviously, what could go wrong? The anime so far does a good job capturing what the game is all about, with the different classes, races of characters, and relationship building aspects. The anime goes to a place that we haven't yet explored in the games, which is Tevinter. This setting is depressing and oppressive to its citizens. It's kind of gloomy and, not so great, but, does a great job for where the anime takes place. Though this is not the first animation for the Dragon Age series, so it's nice to see its return to TV for continued storytelling. I hope this series will continue the story of Miriam and as she deals with her past and chases after her former lover Hira. But what else is in store for our heroes? What is there more? I mean, this series so far has only really focused on one main mission. I think there are many more missions to come for Miriam and her teammates. Well, I can't really call them teammates, they're kind of a ragtag team thrown together, but they seem to have great chemistry with one another, and pretty much the same moral grounds. So I am curious to see where their adventure leads to next. Now it's time for Romance Corner, so we're going to take a look at the few blossoming romances throughout the series so far. And topping us off at our first #1 spot is Miriam and Hira. Though their relationship isn't well explained and looked at too in depth, we do know that there is a bit of history between these two characters. We're not quite sure how they really met, what were all the circumstances, what were the exact details. I mean, we got glimpses into their past, but we don't know everything about them, right? Hira did leave to join the Inquisition while Miriam didn't, and she kind of chose a life as just a mercenary. But I am curious to see just how deep their feelings were. I mean, they did seem to have a future planned out for themselves. But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be coming to fruition, as Hira did kind of backstab the entire group and is on the run, trying to deliver the Circulum to her new buyer. But Miriam, I think, has a lot to explore and maybe potentially can get a new romantic interest later on, or maybe they will end up together. I don't know yet. We'll see. Second up, we got Roland and Lacklon. Roland is a smooth talker, which we can see kind of comes from the game elements. When you kind of max out your charisma, you can talk your way out of anything, and it's great to see how Roland inspires him to be a much more courageous dwarf and not just be in it just for the money. He does inspire Lachlan to have some morals and stick it out throughout the fight instead of just hightailing it out of there. I mean, I'm not exactly sure if there will be a huge on-blown romance between the two, but to see a human and a dwarf together, maybe it might work. Who knows? Lastly, we have Rosarian and Taisha. Now, we do know that they did have a romantic relationship, and it did seem like they were leaning towards marriage. Unfortunately, Rosarian could not hold off his lust for the blood arts and succumbed to the Circulum and trying to bring back the dead. Unfortunately, as we know, when you mess with blood magic in the Dragon Age series, nothing good ever comes of it. So unfortunately, he did not make it out, leaving her quite sad and unknown what will happen. I mean, I don't think she will develop any romantic interests. I don't know if she'll even come back. I mean, they weren't exactly focused quite a bit on, but I could be wrong. She could come back, and maybe she might have a romantic interest with Miriam. I know, that's a far-fetched idea, but who knows? I mean, I always leave everything up to interpretation. But, I don't know. Is this the last that we'll see of her? Let me know down in the comments below. Now it's time for the 3 reasons why you should watch this anime. Number 1 is the action. The action sequences and battle scenes are amazing to see. They are well choreographed, and I love to see just how great each class comes into effect. To see the mages go off, the warriors, as well as the assassins. I think they did a great job with the animation, and it really brings out in their action sequences. Number 2, the story is also great. Even though it was only 6 episodes and focused on one mission, the storytelling in a Dragon Age story is still phenomenal. I love the level of in-depth and lore that we got to see throughout the series, but I don't think it's quite done yet, and it kind of leads me into my 3rd point. Number 3 is tie-in. It does tie into the bigger Dragon Age universe. We did get to see characters from the game make an appearance. Now, I wish there would have been some more characters that we would have seen, but then again, it's only 6 episodes. We're just starting out in this series, so it does leave a ton of room for more characters to make their appearance throughout the anime as time goes on. We did get to see some familiar faces come back from the dead, or so we thought they were dead, maybe, coming back from the 2nd game. So I am curious to see what we will run into next. Who else from the Inquisition will we run into? Or even some other older hero characters from older games. Who knows? But I think this will also tie into the 4th Dragon Age game, but check out my anime theory for all the details on that. With only 6 episodes done, the series leaves a lot open and me wanting more, so hopefully we will get word on a next part or season soon. Until then, check out my anime theory on where I think the series will go, and check out Anime Connect for the latest news on Dragon Age Absolution. That's all for this video. Remember to take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now! I remember when the video games were coming out, they were amazing at storytelling and allowing you to choose your own adventure. So when I finally got my hands on the first game on a Steam sale, I was just hooked and I had to play the rest of the series. Let me know what your experience was with the video game. Did you guys play all the different routes? Let me know.